You did it. You just overcame one of the most dense, dark, deep obstacles or self-perceived obstacles that you've ever encountered. And it's actually taken years to get to this point. Years of refinement, of pruning, of priming, of healing, of transforming, of recognizing your power when you thought you were entirely powerless. And this tells me, tells you, tells your creative partners that you are ready to be seen, ready to receive, ready to share the gifts on your heart and your soul and make an impact beyond your comprehension, and receive the recognition, the notoriety, the fame, the money, the wealth, the prosperity, the peace of mind, that literal mind-heart coherence in you standing in your authentic power, in your authentic essence, here doing the soul work, the soul expression that your soul has been craving since the dawn of creation. And this has not been an easy journey. It has required every part of you, every single facet of you to show up in innumerable ways, in ways you're not even aware of. There have been so many dark nights of the soul. There have been so many breakdowns and collapses, but ultimately those rock bottoms, you've been building the new vessel your soul has been craving. You're now being driven by that soul essence versus egoic fear or keeping yourself tame and compact and tight to be palatable, to be accepted, to be whatever. You've broken free, you've broken through, and you're now ready to be seen. And it's a way that's effortless. It's a way that feels so obvious. It feels natural. It feels like, why did I even question this in the first place? But what does Kabbalah tell us? The wisdom of Kabbalah says that when it's our tikkun, when it's our soul correction, we see only darkness. So it doesn't matter if you have all the talent in the world, all the support in the world, all the affirmation or validation in the world. If it doesn't come from within, and if it doesn't come from building that inner bond with your higher self, with the creator, with your artist, with the muse, with all that is, then it won't land, it won't resonate, it won't mean a damn thing. So I just want to congratulate you because you have literally stepped up, up-leveled, upgraded, elevated destinies, chosen timelines. This is friggin' massive. And you deserve to receive that recognition. You deserve to just stand and bask in the totality of light in this moment, that inner knowing of, yes, I did it. I did it. I did it. And you did it. You did it. You did it. And only you know the entire nuance, contours, dexterity, avenues, fibers of the journey, and it has been immense. It has been robust. It has been what seems like non-stop, but this is a new era. You've passed the test. And of course, there's always an ongoing evolution of expansion, of obstacles, of pain, which is really a portal to the light, of growth, because we're rivers, right? We're not stagnating, we're not still, especially as artists, especially as actors, especially as creative rebels. It's a lifelong journey, and when you learn that it's the actual process, it's the actual journey that gives you the life force, because you're moving in tandem with all of creation, because you're being the creator of your life. You're living in alignment and affinity of form with the creator, which is this infinite force of giving. It actually gives you energy. It actually is life-giving. It actually fills up your cup to runneth over. And that's how you get to show up on the planet, in your craft, in your relationships, in your finances, in your joy, in your playtime, in your connection, in your creativity. What a gorgeous space it is to be in. It's so deeply generative and wholesome and exciting and peaceful and loving, and This is the essence of this space, of the new artistic paradigm. And you've made it you've brought it, you've elevated it to its next iteration, consciously and unconsciously, because you choosing every time to overcome the limitation or the lack or the doubt and choose infinite possibilities, choose abundance, choose certainty beyond logic, you break through the change. You're literally rewiring, rewriting the coding. You are signaling new gene expression. Yes, we do this with tapping, but it's also every moment you choose. It's every moment you choose. So I want to congratulate you, creative rebel. I see you, and you're ready to be seen in a whole new way. You've passed the test. You've earned the light. You have expanded your vessel. You've shown up in the spiritual realms, in the physical realms, in prayer, in certainty, in tapping, in reprogramming, in reconditioning, in upgrading your belief system, and learning to love all that you are in the process. I've just come off a huge weekend of filming. I just had an audition this morning too. I'm feeling like I woke up the universe, sometimes the creator just wakes me up at like 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I've been up for a long time, and I just walked around my living room and prayed and said thank you, because the filming this weekend, it's my hot artist summer. I was going to say heart project. It is my heart project. It's my hot artist summer project. And if you haven't joined us for that yet, there's still time. There's still like a little over a month of summer. So I'm going to link that video below because it's worth it. And if you are in process with me right now, with the muse, with your artist, with your future self, with your highest self, tap in. Tune in. Welcome your artist to the space, because the feeling, the elation, the relief, the sensation of I did it. You did it. This thing that's been on my heart and mind for months and years that I couldn't fully look at, that I couldn't fully grasp, that literally was so big, it made me shut down, even though I know it's what I meant to do, but I didn't know how to do it, or believing in myself, or how it would all come together. Ultimately, over that time, I was building my vessel. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was expanding my spiritual vessel to hold the voltage of light of that vision. My soul had been pulling me forward, and it was uncomfortable, and there was contraction, and I had outbursts and fits and breakdowns, and through that pain, that discomfort, that confusion, I was literally growing my spiritual vessel to hold the thing. And there's a lot of editing that needs to happen. You'll certainly know when it comes to drop. I'm so freaking excited to share it with you, like literally dancing in my sneakers. Dancing in my sneakers, because it is a marvel. It's a marvel. When we overcome what we think we can't do and we friggin' do it, there is no greater feeling of liberation. There is no greater feeling of inner power and connection to all that is. There's no greater feeling of that radical self-reliance and knowing like I did it, I bust through, like I moved through this thing, I broke this wall, I literally shattered the ceiling of what I thought was possible, and now I'm expanding the vessel to a new possibility. But before we move on to the next thing, look, it hasn't even landed because it's not even yet. Like, I haven't shared it yet. It's still a process, but I want to celebrate this because all weekend, Akmal, my husband, was helping me film, and it was just like, and all the things still came up, right? But I ensured to show up with a level of consciousness. There's a little lizard there, and there's these gorgeous birds. I sat down to film, and there's this beautiful blue bird, big blue bird. It's not a Steller's jay, it's another bird, so maybe you know the bird, I don't know. But it just felt like an emblem of support, just like, I'm here, I got you, I'm looking after you. I can just relax and let go. That's the theme right now. Relax and let go and receive, baby. Relax, let go and receive. But damn, when we finished filming, when we did our last martini take, it was ecstasy. I mean, I was jumping, Akmal and I were jumping around the space because I'd shown up amidst everything telling me otherwise. The 3D saying, you don't have any inner or outer reflection of this. It's not like blah, blah, blah. I was showing up as it was already done, as my ideal outcome or beyond what the creator wants for me, what the creator has already revealed for me, and I just have to expand the vessel to receive it. I wanted to make this piece from wholeness, from overflow, from abundance, from giving, from infinite possibility and love. And I think that beyond whatever was caught on tape, whatever I created, it was that level of consciousness and me showing up and me sharing from my joy and my gifts and my curiosities and my creativity. That was the friggin' win. That was the win. And it's just this elation in my being. It's this levity. It's this sparkly energy. It's this softness. It's this like star. Like I just see stars dancing in my field. Dance with me, baby. Dance with me. We rise and thrive together. And just this feeling of completion. Like I've been moving towards this for so long, and I've had every excuse, and I've had every reason not to do it, and I've had every, like, you know, because you've been on the journey too. It has been nonstop challenge. It has been nonstop challenge, but that's indicative to the level of blessings waiting to freaking come in. And they've already come in. They're already arriving. You're already receiving, and us recognizing ourselves is part of that. One of the greatest tikkuns we all have is actually being like, oh yeah, I get to receive this thing. I'm worthy of receiving this thing. I deserve to receive this thing and enjoy my life. I made a video about this way early on YouTube. You're here to be a better receiver. That is what Kabbalah teaches us. We're here to literally receive. You know, finding affinity of form with the creator, prayer, certainty, giving, these are all tools. But ultimately, we're here to receive our greatest fulfillment. And there is a spiritual process to this. There's wisdom to this, and tapping absolutely can accelerate and quantum shift and quantum leap and quantum jump our process. Absolutely. But it's here now. And the blessing is here now. It's not in some far off future. It's not, 10 months down the line, once you've done this, and this. It's here right now. The totality of light is here right now. So I want to bask in that totality of light with you right here, right now. And I'm so excited. I also just realized this is the first time you've seen me with this short hair. Oh my gosh. If you have not yet seen So much has shifted this week. So much has happened. Like, it's crazy to think it's been just a week. So last Sunday, I was at my Kabbalah teacher's event in Los Angeles, David Guillem's event, The Technology of Prayer and How to Manifest Miracles. And there was a whole bunch of stuff I wanted clarity on at the event. You know what? I'm going to make a whole other video about this. I'm going to break it down really, really fast because it's so profound. Actually, it's just going to be sprinkled in all the next few videos because there is so much wisdom. Like, I was looking through my notes and I literally have chills. So I'm going to make videos on a few of these things, and obviously it'll be embedded and threaded through all of it because it's in me now. It's coded in my field and my vibration and my awareness and my creativity, and that gets to be shared with you, which is so beautiful. Like, that is what I want for this space, is that we're all elevating and expanding each other, right? And only ways that you can. And I can't, right? We're all bringing these gifts. So there was so much I wanted clarity on, but also I was very surrendered to the fact that whatever needs to come through will come through. And at the beginning of the event, David said, tomorrow you're going to wake up in a whole new destiny. And I said, okay, yes, great. Why not? And I thought maybe it would be with certain things in my life. But it was this whole other miraculous surprise, like literally a physical manifestation of the spiritual, energetic shifts. But it is a miracle, and it's a very unexpected miracle. So I'll link that video down below if you haven't watched it yet, because it's freaking amazing. Like, it really is incredible. I'm kind of still in awe. So then, like, things were already accelerating in this new way. And I also know, it's compounded over time with tapping, with meditation, with Dr. Joe, with breathwork, and now Kabbalah, and showing up for my artists in different ways. But the root of it actually is all acting school, this Russian acting school I studied at in Uzbekistan. More to come on that because it's all threaded together. It's also beautiful. It's like this beautiful mosaic and this beautiful tapestry of like stupenki, like the Russian word I hear, like stairs, like these stairs, these ascensions of consciousness, and they all build upon the other, and they're all nourishing and nurturing and flourishing and fertilizing and cross-pollinating the other. Like, it's so freaking gorgeous. So, I'm schwitzing. Okay, great. It is very hot here today. So I the energy I felt that day, I don't think I felt energy like that ever before, except while acting. And now I have words to talk about acting in a new way because I tapped into what David was explaining the Kabbalists call the circular vessel, the infinite vessel, when we're literally tapped into the dimension of miracles versus the linear vessel. That'll be a whole other video another time. But anyways, so this week, a lot of things happened. Before this, it's been really, 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 really intense. Like intensity of like, oof. Kabbalistically, it was also, it was in the forecast. So it was a really intense time. So having that awareness was so helpful, but I was having things come up that I thought I'd moved through, healed, whatever. And I had even like, I haven't had eczema in years. Tapping helped me heal a lifetime of eczema. And I haven't had eczema since my mastery training in tapping because I just tapped through and healed so much. So I knew I was purging, excavating, pulling forth deeper and more intense, dense layers that were ready to be healed. So I had some eczema on the back of my head, which I've never had. And it just, like I was telling Ahmad, and he was like, maybe you should cut your hair off. And I was like, okay, maybe, yeah, whatever. Because I used to have my hair really, really short. Like this is how I used to have my hair. It's like Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Pixie. Oh, it's like my favorite character, seriously, to play. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is my favorite. Maybe one of my favorite all-time characters. Anyways, so that idea dropped into my field and I couldn't shake it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I ended up booking an appointment with a whole new salon a few days later. And I went... and I had the most incredible hairstylist. Oh my goddess. She was amazing. Beautiful inside and out. The most like gorgeous, free-flowing, like mermaid goddess hair. And I told her, she got it. You know, I wanted it to mirror the French actress Audrey Tautou. She's my favorite actress. And maybe you guessed it, Amélie is my favorite film. But anyways, since I was like a kid, it's like, I love Amélie. That's my favorite freaking film of all time. I will watch it over and over and over and over again. I will listen to the soundtrack over and over and over and over again. If I ever got to work with that director, I do it over and over and over again. Anyways, so she just got it. She got it. She was like, that is every detail, every texture. And I really surrendered it before I went in. And I wanted to get my hair cut with the creator, but obviously channeled through this incredible soul. And it was beautiful and majestic and synchronous. Like it was just this dance. It was this music. And she told me when she was cutting off my hair, she said, your hair is saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I felt it. It really felt like the pivotal moment for me was like, okay, I'm done with hiding. I'm done with hiding. And this was stuff we talked about in the seminar. There are so many ways, so many coping mechanisms, so many conscious and unconscious defense mechanisms that we hide. Not just because we're scared of failing, but I think we hide more so from our greatness, from our power, from our fear of success, from being seen in our true authenticity and talent and selves. Because what if we give everything and it's not enough or accepted or whatever, or we're not wanted or whatever the F it is, right? But it is intimate and detailed. Like self-sabotage is a real thing. And we do a lot of it in tapping. In fact, that's what I work with clients on the most, I'd say, is to self-sabotage. That's what I work on myself the most. And what does Kabbalah say? You know, self-sabotage happens when the next level is imminent. So what do we say? Creator, I'm ready to receive everything. I'm ready to receive everything endlessly. I release the need to fear success or freedom or abundance or whatever it is, right? But it's a process. And when we get our nervous system and our body and our subconscious mind on board, and we gain that coherence in all parts of ourselves, it becomes automatic, it becomes seamless, it becomes fluid. And remember that you're always in your own timing. There's no need to compare to someone else, because it's only ever you in the light of the creator. It's only ever you against you. You're not against your peers or your industry or your timing. You have to do this by a certain age. No, it's only you up against you. And that's a beautiful freaking invitation. So, you know, there's so many things we do to protect ourselves, whether it's hiding behind certain things. Like in some ways, I've been hiding behind my business, or one may hold on to excess weight, or one may just feel like they're not deserving of love. I'm laughing because like I've had all of these and I have all of these and I'm releasing all of these and I'm inviting in the success. But it felt like such a pivotal moment to say like the physical metaphor of I'm shedding wherever I've been hiding, wherever I've been self-protecting. We think we're keeping ourselves safe, but actually we are keeping ourselves small and in poverty and shrinking and hiding and pushing away. The light that wants to come in is actually what's causing us so much distress. That was one of the other lines that just like literally sent shivers down my spine. You will always, it's something like this, I'll make another video about it, but you'll always be in poverty if you play it safe. And it's an illusion of safety, right? Because the ultimate safety is when we're in our highest expression, when we're aligned with the light of the Creator, when we're dancing in our joy and our flow and our abundance and connected to the truth of all that is. That is true safety. But we fall for the illusion of safety in this physical world. But that's also our soul's journey and deserves love in the process. So accept where you are right now because that's really, really, really important. But it just felt like such a pivotal moment of where I was like, I'm shedding, I'm done, I'm letting go. I'm ready to stop hiding. I cut my hair off. And every time I've cut my hair off, I've always, like phantom limb, I've always had phantom hair. I'm like, oh, where's my hair? This time, it was like, this was meant to be. I felt the thank you. And I sent a photo to my husband. He was like, you needed that haircut. You look gorgeous. But he's like, you needed that hair. Like I felt it. He felt it, viscerally felt it. Like it was time. And then I was filming all weekend. And now I'm just kind of like in awe of life and awe of myself and awe of what happens when we show up for these soul assignments. And that is like a huge thing for me. Self-recognition, self-celebration, self-love, self-belief. I just dropped a tap this weekend on radical self-belief because I know so many high performers, creative rebels, actors, artists, visionaries, entrepreneurs, trailblazers, game changers struggle with this. Of course we do, because we're breaking the old paradigm. We're breaking the old system. We're breaking the old self to step into the new self, which is really just our truest self. Wow, this video is a lot longer than I wanted. But all that to say, what a magical moment this is to share with you, for you to experience in your own voyage, sojourn, inner artistic journey and outer artistic journey. The light has already shifted. It's already cleared your path, and your certainty is the key to your miracles. So let us be in that certainty together. If this lands for you, give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and I would love to know how you're committed or ready or have already revealed how you've stopped hiding. What is something immaterial and material you can let go of? Whether it's hair, whether it's a thought pattern, whether it's an emotional habit, whether it's a belief system. Maybe you're gonna commit yourself to doing the tap today on radical self-belief. Share that with me below, because you've already shifted. You've broken through, you passed the test. You're ready to be seen. And it's time for you to own that abundantly, robustly, beautifully, happily, in overflow. I'll see you in the next video.